The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Down at the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's good.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's Conner as they stay on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Conner.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Conner, and he stopped immediately there.
Conner, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Taki.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ball carrier. Greedy Williams on the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted by the Browns.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Right through him. Boom. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 30 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
44, 44, Mike, 44.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
from the 41. Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. The 30. 10.
You know what? Why don't you
and
just start
all
over?
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 59 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Brought down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down now, Samuels. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run for it with Samuels. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, Connor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 9.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Now Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Well, partner, you know, looking back to week 4, we had an abundance of scoring. You look at teams that scored 30 or more points. You had Denver, Seattle, Cincy, Minnesota, Cleveland, Dallas, Baltimore. I mean, the list, it keeps going and going. And we've seen teams go over 30 points or more 50 times already through 4 weeks. The record before this was 36 times. So the average game this year just under 52 points, the highest scoring since the merger. I mean, what's going on here, CD?
Well, there's a number of factors, I think. And normally, when you come off of the season, you know, when you come off the offseason, defenses are slightly ahead of offenses because of timing. But I think these guys in the offseason do such...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here we go. Like 80. 50. We won. Coming on work. Check that.
On 1st down, Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
16-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check 93's the mic.
From the 16, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Check 93. 50. Double. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Samuels. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Browns 21, Steelers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Brings up six.
And again, it's Chubb. There's a nice move. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Mayfield pass.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Made the tackle.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
He was brought
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. World. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Hey, come on out here, come get some.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Reset, time. Yeah, let's get that ball.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
93's the mic, 93's the mic. Alert, alert. Just like that. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. You don't know no better. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Target.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
On the tackle. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 44, Mike. Jack 16. Watch the run, watch the run. 4 the mic.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back Excellent field position.
Play is a turnover on downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
With the give to
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Made by Devin Bush.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat. Do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 2nd down, Samuels. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Samuels brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Jack 16. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Get your alert. Check, 93.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 53 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone. But today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic. And they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10. At the 20-yard line.
Mayfield now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, it really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Browns 31, Steelers 14. Cody Parkey.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Easy. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Check, 93's the mic.
After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Roethlisberger's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Schuster.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 32-yard line.
Ben to throw again. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
4-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 38, Steelers 20. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour.
And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb.
Tonight's final score.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and we're never headed.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.